Well, all right. Welcome back, everybody. Wow. Um, as I'm sure you guys are aware, we're jumping right back into MineMogul. Um, man, I don't know uh if you guys are getting snow like we are, or got snow like we did. But there's like a foot outside, and I went enjoying it for a little while. I had to unbury my car. That was the best part. My car was totally and entirely buried. Um, there was no room to even really get the snow out, to be honest. I had to kind of make room to get all the snow from the sides and everything. But nonetheless, we've made it. We're here. So we're going to pick up where we left off. I know we went a little bit longer than we typically like to in order to do stuff like this. I was hoping to stream during the week, just did not have the chance. So to pick up where we left off, we need plates. So we need copper plates, we need gold plates. Um, so we need to make plates, and it looks like we set this up smartly enough to kick out all of the materials we don't need so we can make copper and gold. So I'm glad we did that. Let's just turn them on. Let's just see what happens, and then we can start working backwards from there. Um, but yeah, tons and tons of snow. Man, is it so much fun to be in that snow, to walk around in it. I walked, obviously from my apartment to my car, but then I walked from my apartment to the store. It's like less than 5 minutes up the road, of a walk. And just to kind of be in the weather, feel the snow, be out in it. It's not often, especially like here where I live, where we get a snow like that. So I definitely wanted to take advantage of it and enjoy it a little bit more, and get to be out in it. So it was really nice to be able to do that. I was worried that my car would stay buried, so that's why I went ahead and used this time that I have now to get all of the snow off my car, because the second that stuff starts melting, then it will immediately turn into ice, and then it would just be a giant block of ice on top of my car. So I wanted to get ahead of it and just get that off of it. I'm off tomorrow anyways, so it's not like it makes a big difference. Not like I would have gotten a free day off of work or anything just because my car was buried. Um, but yeah, no, it was really cool, really fun, really cool to be able to walk around in that. Like I said, it's not often you get to do something that fun, like walking around in the snow. And I'm sure that seems pretty silly. Maybe not something that everybody considers as fun, but for me, oh my gosh, I loved every moment of it. That was amazing. Like I said, it's like once in a lifetime living in Charlotte. So, well, I hope you guys are staying warm. I hope you guys are enjoying the weather if you guys can. If you guys aren't enjoying the weather, I hope you guys figure out how to enjoy it, because wow, it is amazing. Looks like we're getting our copper plates in there. That's really good. And then we do have a few extra materials over here. Not that it's important. We're gonna let this stuff run. So as you guys can see from last time, I've literally made no changes or adjustments or done anything to alter this at all. It is exactly the same setup. The only thing I did notice is maybe I want to put one of those smart splitters right here, just so it kind of makes it a little bit more even. But other than that, I think everything else is really smooth. It's running really well. We are going to just let it make these copper plates, the gold plates as well, and then we'll hopefully be able to finish up with this quest. So let's see what all other quests we have. Polished gems, we have that in progress. This is just getting ore and the broken drill bits and stuff. We can work on that later. This is getting the plates, and then we'll need rods. So we will need to make rods at some point, and we need to make all rods. So we can do the rod extruder after we do the plates. And I get it, you know, I could have all of this stuff set up and moving the materials to the different things evenly, so we kind of get a good split of both and start knocking out multiple quests all together. But I need more gold production anyways. So I think what we'll do, while this stuff is being made, I think what we'll do is actually go ahead and get some more mining machines set up so we can get more gold, and then we can feed it back into the system here, and then we can go from there. Well, we can't have any of the coal reach this part. That's the only downside. Yeah, coal can't get into the system because the system isn't made to deal with coal yet. And I don't really know how I would do that. Maybe connect it to this. have a sorter here that kicks out all the coal. Just have it not get filtered. Have it go to right here. Have it kick it out to this. Make this like a T-junction. Like this. Like that there. And then it'll feed the coal back through this. And then the coal gets put back into its own loop. That might be what we have to do. Okay, we want this, but we want this. I mean, iron is just, it blows, man. I'm really impressed at how the splitter works, though. I could watch it do that all day. That's so satisfying to see. We are gonna have to reorganize this for the gold because we will be getting a lot of gold as compared to the copper. But we'll see. We do probably want to eventually work on moving this into a little bit more manageable situation because this is a lot of stuff. I love watching the iron though, because there's just so much. It looks so cool when it gets scooped down back and forth. Very cool. We're getting all of our gems. So we got all of our rubies already. We're gonna get our emeralds. We don't have any diamonds. Surprisingly, we've not gotten a single diamond. Which yeah, is very odd. That is not normal. Usually we'll have gotten one by now from all of the filtering of the coal. There is a piece of coal under there, but I don't think I'll be able to get it. No, it's like under the platform. That's okay. So we did get the T-junction just kind of set up for now. Eventually we are going to put this in. We're going to go ahead and get this other stuff maybe lined up and set up. Oh, where's my wrench? There we go. Yeah, that should be fine. There we go. Oh yeah, that's better. Perfect. I'll just walk around through that. Now I know that these make coal. We don't want coal. Yeah, we don't want coal. We want as much gold as we can get for right now. Gold ore, crushed gold, diamond gem, and emerald gem. Okay, so we're gonna actually go back here. We're just gonna get one of the really good miners because that's gonna be stuff getting introduced to the system that we don't have filtration for. So we're just gonna get one of the auto mining machines. You go with that. What happened to the platform that's right here? Wait, you can just get rid of this? What? What the heck? Has it always done that? Scaffolding ramp. Scaffold. So I guess I've picked it up before? Huh. That's kind of neat. I didn't know I could do that. I can't do it with the other ones, unfortunately. Rapid auto miner. We're going to grab like 4 of these because we've got the money, and then we're going to get the hardened bit because we don't really care about whether or not it's, what's the word? Whether or not it's like super duper fast. We just don't want to ever have to replace it because replacing them is really frustrating. Did I see stuff over here? Oh wow, look at this buildup right here. This is a little bit of what I was worried about. We are gonna maybe need to filter some of this stuff out into another line, maybe. I don't know, but this is clearly gonna overload the system. I thought the walls would make this a little bit more manageable, so we're gonna turn everything off for now and just let this have some catch-up time. Oh man. I don't even know if iron becomes anything in there. I just don't want it to fuck it up. Alright, there's all this. Oh my goodness, dude. There's so much that we missed. So we already see a problem here, and this is going to be a really big problem, so we're going to have to fix this sooner than later. I thought this could be a problem. I was hoping it wouldn't be. Mainly because of how much some of these are producing. Specifically, this one's like 94% iron, so it's going to make a ton. This one's going to make a ton, yeah. And then it's got all the copper and stuff coming in from up there. Some more stuff coming in from up here. Yeah, I mean, that's just straight up iron, diamond, and emerald. So we are going to need to maybe mess with this a little bit. Let me see what this is looking like. Yeah, and I mean, this is just pumping out copper. Copper. Okay. I think I just got myself stuck. I did get myself stuck. Alright. So, we need the walled ones. It's facing that way. It is. Okay. Alright. Alright, so now we're gonna go back. We're gonna fix this really quick just while we're here. Go ahead and add our sorting machine in. Like that. And we just need a piece of crushed coal to go in there. That's it. Because that's all that really would be going in here is crushed coal. So that way we can start putting coal into the system. Back out. Jesus. Alright, so... Oh, we don't want these ones. We want these ones. We don't want the gems to get through. Coal and gold. Turn off. And then drill bit. And off. Okay. So that's set. This is just coal, right? This is just coal. Yeah, we don't really need that much coal. Coal and gold. There we go. More gold. And then same as before, honestly, we're just gonna lead it out, just let it dump off. Not a big deal. Bit. Turn off. Okay. This one's just 99% gold. This one's 93% gold. A lot of crushed gold's gonna come through there. Not bad. Let's see. Is there anything else that we can really use over here? Not looking like it. Oh, we do have a chest. The chest does have some things in it. I think I lost the diamond at one point. Yeah, I did. Alright, open this back. Thought it went all the way back. Okay, I was gonna say. Put it in here. There we go. You see, I've got a bunch of shit in here. This is literally just for missions and whatnot. You can see there's a bunch of diamonds and everything. That stuff's mainly there to, well, I guess I could feed some of these diamonds. I only need to use 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay. I have all these. And we will put them on the conveyor, let them go get polished. And this will be all of my diamonds I need for the challenge. You know what? I'm just gonna leave it in here. I was gonna use this stuff to finish some of that quest, but there's no real point. It didn't count one of my diamonds. I know I put 6 in there. It did not count one of them. This piece of iron is now like wedged in there. I have no way of getting it out. Man, that sucks. They like ate one of my diamonds. I pulled 6 out. Dang. Alright. Grab one more. It's a good thing I had a bunch. Drop it in there. Let it do its thing. Get polished. Nice. Very pretty. I'm just really curious what happened to that other diamond. I mean, I do have enough emerald here to really finish the emerald one too, so let's just finish it. Add those there. And we have a polished one already, so we'll use that. Come on, come on. It's a 9 out of 10. This will be 10 out of 10. And we'll have completed that quest. Nice. Alright, and we did get a new research point, which means we can buy something new. There is the robot grabber. I don't see how that's really useful. Hoppers. Funnel sources down the slope. Shoots. Splitter shoots. What is a hatch shoot? Okay, it just has a toggleable hatch. Experimental dev test items. Resource scanner. Handheld tool that shows the name of the thing you're looking at. A packager. Packages them into boxes. Have a 5% sell bonus. And then a chest. Vertical bulk sorter. See, I feel like I am... What's it called? Limiting myself because I'm not buying maybe the things that I should be buying. But... We'll see. We will see if I'm making a mistake or not. The scaffolding might be useful, maybe. I don't know. I do think maybe a bulk sorter could be useful, though. And we need 100,000 to get the 3x2 deposit box, which isn't like 100% needed. You can tell the way we have this set up is it really flows nicely into it. Now, when you do get the bigger one, it comes out a little bit more. It is a little bit easier to fill, but for right now, I'm cool with where that's at. We do want to move this stuff to where it is kicking the copper to the smaller one instead of kicking the gold out. So we will need to put this here and take this out. I'm just going to put it in this one just so we save it. Yeah, this way it keeps the gold going to the splitter one, and then the copper will go to this one. But it means that because there's copper in here, we're gonna get some slag, which is fine because this is gonna kick out the slag anyways. So no big deal. So that's fine. We kind of know the gold production is gonna go up. We're not worried about that. The iron or the copper, on the other hand, maybe is a little bit reason to be concerned. We do have an extra smelter on us, so that's helpful. We can do this. And then do one of these. Oh man. Okay, I don't know how to fix this. Go up, over again, up again, out, then, oh yeah, we gotta buy the smart splitter. We gotta buy 2 of those, actually. Conveyors, we did get the new roller ones. We're just gonna buy them just to have them, but we don't need it right this moment. And then where's my smart splitter one? Am I blind? Must be blind. It's not a machine. Let me get a vertical. Where is the splitter one? Conveyor blocker. Merging conveyor. Smart splitter conveyor. Jeez. Nope, that's a roller. It's the bulk sorter. There we go. Oh, I needed 2 of these, didn't I? Yep. Where did I see that, dude? This is nuts. Okay. There we go with that. So now that's going to be handled nicely. And we'll probably need to adjust that later on because it's kind of ugly, but that's okay. We can make do with what we've got now. Yeah, this is really ugly. I don't like the way this looks. This has the nice space here. This one doesn't, so it kind of looks like it's all running together, but it's fine. This is really goofy looking. This little... Ooh. Okay. So we've got the smart splitter set up. That'll hopefully help us evenly move the stuff to the smelters and the grinders. This is the other big thing that we've got to tackle. The cave is very dark and you can't see anything. Yeah, I can do that. Sorry, man. I didn't realize it was so dark for you guys. Let me grab some lights. Let me show you guys the sun. One moment. Pew, pew, pew. Alright. Take. Let's get some lighting in here. If I can, for whatever reason, I guess I can't pick these lanterns up. Can I pick it up now? No, my inventory's full. Okay. So, let's just throw some light in random places, because apparently it's too dark. I wonder if I raise my brightness a little bit, will that help you guys see a little bit more? I don't even know. Is brightness even a setting on here? No, just fill the view. Okay. I hope this is helping, because the lights in this game are not the best. So I hope this is helping you guys be able to see a little bit better. I did not realize it was so dark for you guys. It did not look so dark for me. What? Hopefully this is helping you guys. Oh, there's that diamond we dropped earlier. Put it over there. Okay, it looks brighter to me, so I'm hoping that means it's brighter for you as well. Sorry about that. I'll throw one over here too, because I know it is a little darker over here. This one. And we'll throw one over here. Alright. Hopefully this is better. Sorry about that. And sorry it took a minute to read your message there. I was really locked in. That's the problem with games like this, man. You just really get focused in on what it is that you're doing. So, like, any little deviation from that, suddenly you're just not at all paying attention. Can I drop this stuff? Okay. I don't need all of this on me. Like, a lot of this stuff, like, I just had to buy because it wouldn't leave my inventory, so I just bought it. Or not leave my inventory, but leave, like, the new button. So I just had to buy it. We're just gonna leave most of this stuff here. There was something I dropped that I did not mean to drop. Is this it? No. This is it. Okay. Alright. I'm gonna buy a few more torches though. Now that you mention it, it's probably a good idea just to have a couple extra just to have them. Boom, boom, boom. I do wish there was a quicker way to pick the items up. It does feel like it's a little bit too kind of annoying to pick up a bunch of items at once, but it is what it is. Okay. We'll keep lighting the cave. Like I said, I hope this is helping. I don't know that it is, but I hope that it is. You've not said anything positive or negative, so good sign maybe? I don't know. I do not know. We're going to... We have a T-junction on us, right? Yeah, we have plenty of T-junctions on us. There we go. Perfect. Take from here, do this, then this. Excellent. Grab a drill bit. Turn it off. Because this is coal, I believe. Coal and iron, or coal and gold, yeah. Coal and gold. Gold and coal. And then here's a light for over here, because I know this area is super dark, because it's kind of dark for me. Alright, so hopefully this is a little better. I don't know how much better it might be, but hopefully it's at least somewhat better. Just get some more of these torches in my hand so that I can keep dropping them in places we're going to be at. That here, I guess. Another one here. Trying to make it pretty well lit. Okay. Okay. Hopefully that's better. Hopefully that's a lot better. So I think for now, with the machines we've got set up, with the lines we've got set up, this should be good enough. And then I could, I guess, if I really wanted to put another miner here, I could. An auto mining machine. Let's see. Whoops, that is not what I wanted. This is just going to make coal, so that's fine. We can live with that. Alright. We do need to put a drill bit in it. Can't we soon forget. Turn it off. Actually, yeah, let's test it. Let's make sure it works. We don't need to, I guess, let it run the whole course. We just want to make sure that it kicks out the things it's supposed to kick out. So when it goes through, it should be getting to this after it gets crushed and be put back into the circuit. We shall see if that's the case. Perfect. And now it goes through there where it gets kicked out again. And it's going to go back up through here where it's going to get kicked out through this. And come right back into here where it's going to get shaken out. Hopefully turn into rubies or diamonds. We can take this out because we're not going to have to worry about this anymore. I don't know where that even went. Okay, there it is. I was going to say, there's a big piece of iron to just go missing like that. There's another piece of iron that's like stuck. There we go. Now, see, I am curious to see how the gold is functioning, so I might just turn on the gold smelter, or the gold mining machine real quick, just to see. Now, I know this one doesn't produce a lot of gold, but it might produce just enough to make sure that it's working. Perfect. That's what we wanted. And we're not gonna let it go the whole way. We're just gonna make sure it filters itself the right way. And this is the problem with games like this, by the way. Like, a lot of people don't maybe realize is a lot of the game is just doing a little bit of testing first, because the last thing you want is for items to go a certain way or to do a certain thing, and then, yep, see, like this. So this is supposed to be for copper. So why are you picking that up? Oh no. Just want the pieces here. Okay. So I need to take this one out. Have it stop filtering that way. Put it here. Okay. That's gonna kick the copper over there, and then I don't have another piece of crushed copper. Wait, maybe I do over here. I was very smart in keeping some pieces or laying around just in case. Okay, this is getting really annoying. What is getting through? What got through? Slag? But this should be filtering slag. How did it get through? Oh, that's right. It's still gonna be made. Yeah. That's fine. Yeah, I forgot. It's gonna make some slag before we clear all of this BS out. Oh, I should really filter this a different way instead of letting it go through a polishing machine first. You can polish slag, though, which is really strange. It does polish it. You can't make plates out of it, can you? No. I guess that makes sense. Alright. So now we've got all this stuff done. I'm still iffy about this. That's why I wanted to keep looking at it, because I want to make sure that it's actually working. And yes, I know that means we have to clear out all of the slag, which is fine, but I'd rather do that than... Okay. Okay, it's working now. Perfect. And the other part of it, which we were kind of screwing up, was over here. We got the... Yep, we got the copper in each of these, which is good. The copper in this one, the copper and gold. And it kicks the copper, gold. So we do need to put something here to kick the copper out, right? Because there should be... I'm really confused, because I guess there should be one in here, right? I think I'm doing this correctly. Only one way to find out. Let it ride. I might be doing like a 2-part stream here today. I might be doing like this for a little while, maybe play like for another like an hour or two, and then we go play Grand Theft Auto. I have really been addicted to Grand Theft Auto lately. It might even be Overwatch, but it's gonna be one of the two. Might do a little split stream action here. Okay, let's just make sure this is all working. We want to make sure the copper is getting filtered, and we want to make sure the gold is going into the right places. In retrospect, it might have been a better idea just to keep the things how they were, and then just keep the splits as they were, and then just add that. Because it did make slag, it might keep making slag. But we'll find out. We'll see what happens. Yes, I know we still have to fix all of this stuff over here, but we'll worry about that in a moment. For right now, we're going to focus on this little sorting thing for the gold. It looks like it's working. All the copper is going to the right, all the gold's going up the middle, and we're going to keep making gold plates pretty quickly, too, it seems. So see that slag, we'll pull that out. Oh, I just realized this isn't even at all connected. Oops. Just put that up there. Actually, no, I'll save that. You never know when you might need it. Okay, so now it's running smoothly, right? We're not worried about anything. Got some more gold production coming through. Looks smooth. Looks good. Alright. We'll check on this real quick, just see how this is holding up. Okay. It's handling it decently for right now. Now, of course, that's subject to change, but for right now, it's not doing horrible. There's a lot of coal getting added into the system, though. I mean, that is a ton of coal. Look at all that. And then, you know, whatever doesn't get filtered out, you know, it just keeps running. That's insane. So this is why I do recommend you guys do have, like, a closed circuit for coal in your system, because you can keep reusing the crushed coal to get diamonds or rubies or whatever. And you can see, like, it's just immediately getting kicked back. No pun intended. It's getting kicked back through the system, comes back around and just drops. And it just keeps going into a loop until it's either completely gone or until it's made you emeralds. Or, not emeralds, jewels. I was looking at an emerald, bought emerald. I'm trying to think of a way. My brain, that's why I'm not really doing anything right this moment. I'm trying to think of a way to make this work with this. I'm gonna be completely level with you guys. I don't know if this is gonna be of any value anymore once we complete the copper plates and the copper rods. So I don't like that this is gonna keep getting jammed up, but at the same time, I don't know of a way to prevent it. I don't know of a way to stop it without just getting rid of the machines altogether. Which I don't have a problem with. That's definitely not an issue. It just, I don't know what other way to make it work otherwise. I don't know if these produce coal even. I don't even think this one does. No, this is just iron, and I think the other ones are just copper. Maybe the one copper one makes coal, but yeah. That one copper one does make coal. I guess I could move this sorter to here. Well, I guess to here. And then feed it back up to this line, but here's the problem, is this ramp. So I don't know. I do not know, friends. I do not know how to make this work. I just need to take the load off of this, and if I can have this only sorting coal from this machine, and I think this one, then it might help a little bit. Because this one's all coal all the time. So it's just always pushing coal no matter what. It could be beneficial, too, to just turn it off. And that way we're not pumping out so much. Let's see if that makes a difference. We're already almost done with our gold plates, which is really clutch. And I know I'm not obviously using the correct sorting things and the correct whatever, but it's fine. Now that I own the new conveyor upgrade stuff, we might be using that. More parts of the cave. We're gonna stick to what we've got, because I think honestly what we've got is more than we can manage. All this iron, dude. Oh, I just took my first sip of the Red Bull, man. Okay. You see the drill bit. That's really cool. I never noticed that. This is just my big pack of crap that I'm not going to use. Okay. So we're almost done with this quest. Now, tomorrow, I do plan on streaming again in the morning. I have tomorrow off, like I said, so I plan on streaming tomorrow. And then it might not be again until the weekend that I'm able to stream. Work's just been kind of crazy. I work really late and weird hours, so it's beneficial to just stream when I can, basically. So streaming this obviously today for a little bit longer. Then we're gonna go maybe play some Grand Theft Auto online. And then we will stream again tomorrow. And tomorrow I think we're gonna go really heavy on this because I've got a ton of stuff I need to do. And I don't really want to put all that time in today, mainly because I am a little concerned about the weather. But also because tomorrow I can really dedicate some serious time to making this all work out. It looks amazing. It looks incredible. Alright. So we got the gold ones done, which is great. We're just gonna let it keep making gold plates, I think. It's not like it's a big deal. Besides, it might be a little difficult to get a gold bar in here, all things considered. There's an extra one slag in here, we don't need that. Or maybe that's not slag. No, that was not extra slag. It was slag, but it was not extra slag. Alright. I do want to kind of get these positioned in a way that's a little bit more accepting of more items should we need them. There we go. See, all the gems go out, all the iron goes out. I mean, we could just keep making iron plates too, though, but it'll get backed up. It's already getting pretty backed up with just these two. With the iron added, oh my gosh, it would be miserable with the iron. It would just never stop. Man, I'm really pleased. I did not think that this would be set up so smooth, so quick. I was a little concerned about these filterings right here. But, I mean, especially this one. But, man, it is working, like, quadruple overtime and killing it. And then, of course, the ones filtering out the copper are doing really well as well, also. So, I do like this system that I have, of it, like, double filtering. Where, like, there's two crushers. It'll filter on one side and then on the other. Again, lightens the load. I need to think of a way to do that over here with ores. So what I might try to do is not let the coal go through this crusher, maybe. Well, no, because I guess this is kicking out the large pieces of coal anyways for this. And then, yeah, okay. So I don't really know what I'm going to do here, man. Because, see, every idea I get, I'm already doing that. See, I'm already filtering the coal from here. I do not know. This is very tough. I would love some recommendations, some suggestions on what to do. That would really be helpful, because I am completely lost on what to do to make this more efficient. But I guess it's not messing up, so maybe we're fine. It seems like turning this off made a big difference, and it's not really affected our income at all. Because we do have so much coal coming from this one, too. Okay. So I think that's the play. I think we just eliminate this one altogether. And then I think we're good. Or we could just say, fuck it, we ball. And just let it start pumping out coal again. I want to know how it got so backed up last time. That I don't understand. I don't know where all of that came from. The smart sorting is really nice, though. I do like that. I'd like to find a way to make more of those useful in different parts of the game. Because that is incredible, the way that that's working. And it doesn't seem like there's a way to overload these. Like, with as much that's coming through into this grinder, it's like as soon as the ores touch it, it's just already going through and getting destroyed. So that's good news. We did complete our plate quest, which is exactly what we needed to do. So let's see what else we can do here. I do want to get these unlocked. I might have use for these maybe in the future. We did get access to the bottom chute, top angled chute, top chute, straight chute. Okay. I don't know what we're going to use those for. It might be useful for stuff like this that just drops. Maybe we can figure out something to do with that. Or maybe we can bring a lot of this stuff vertically and start using them. I don't know. I don't like going vertical. As you guys can see, I don't like going vertical unless I absolutely have to, right? For certain machines. It makes more sense in my mind to keep everything kind of ground level. And then, you know, this was obviously like out of necessity. I didn't do this because I wanted to. I did this because I found it and had to set it up for the copper stuff. But okay. So now on the quest, we're going to do Master of Rods. We're going to do these one at a time. And the reason we're going to do these one at a time is because the rod machine, oh my gosh, dude. It is horrible. It is probably the worst machine on the planet. And that's like being not dramatic. It is very slow. It almost doesn't want to work most of the time. And you really got to just take your time with it. So we're going to do one, and it looks like it's going to overlay perfectly here. So we're going to do the machine here, and then that way it'll just feed literally into the conveyor we've already got. We're going to do copper at first, and we'll do iron at first maybe, and then we'll do copper, and then we will do the gold. We might even just start with gold, to be honest, just because we've got a good production of it. But let's get all of this figured out first. So I'm gonna just let all of this go do its thing. And like you can see, this is when having the bigger box is 100% needed. We might actually spend the money to get it next. Because it looks like we have all the things we need. We just need to place it. So it's not like we need the money right now anyways. See, this is a problem. That's a big issue. But we're not going to be making plates anymore. So we're good on plates. I don't even think there's another quest for it. Let's find out. Oh, Master of Plates we did, so there's no other other plate ones. Now, we did do that one, and then we've got to do the Master of Pipes, Master of Gold. So we'll get to these eventually. Master of Slag, Crushed Coal, Coal Ore, Slagging it, Slag Rod. You can make slag rods, and then junk pipes. Oh, wow. I didn't realize you could do that. Okay. Well, they learned me something new. And I am going to take, thising it off. And thising it off. I'm going to need those in a minute. So let's break this. We need our rod extruder. And extrude some rod. So there we go. There's our rod extruder. It'll filter in. So we want to kick out. Let's do polished copper. So we'll kick out the copper and the iron at first, and we'll just do only the gold. If I can get it to lay in there, there we go. We're gonna turn it back on. We're just gonna make sure it works, and we're gonna set our gold off to the side, as if we really need to do that. And we'll set that off to the side, and we'll just make sure it runs and works. I didn't really want to wait for it to slow down at all, just because of how intense the lines are. And as you guys could see very clearly, it's always going. It doesn't ever stop going. So we want to make sure that we're doing these things the right way. Again, I know that there's probably a better way to do this in terms of, you know, instead of having to just sort everything I don't want. But here's the thing. I would rather be able to kind of customize the way that this works a little bit greater. So that's why I'd rather have it kick things out. That way I can run multiple materials through here. Again, I know that that's not the most practical way to do it. I understand it's also not the most efficient way in terms of like gathering the resources and having to use them to filter. But from my experience, you guys can see it works really well to do it that way. Just take those few extra minutes, waste those few extra materials, and I think you'll notice that your machines kind of work a little bit easier. So obviously iron is flowing. We never have to worry about iron. And that's part of the reason why we're not going to do the iron one yet, because I've got to make a separate line where it's going to evenly distribute the iron. Again, I'm hoping this is bright enough for you guys, because... Oh, wow, look at all these chutes. I'm going to buy 10 more lanterns. Let the sun drop on us. I'm going to throw one over here. One over here. Oops. Oh, there. There. We are making gold rods, right? I wish you could see it go through the machine. That's unfortunate. Okay, so we are making the gold rods. I would like to try to get as many of these done as we can. Like I said, saving, of course, iron for last, because what we're going to have to do with iron is going to be very much of a headache. What I plan on doing is kind of keeping a similar structure here, but maybe have it go out one more. And then that way I can put a sorter that kicks everything out to one line that comes here. And then have another sorter that kicks everything out that's just straight up iron. And then have the iron with a smart splitter to divide it evenly between this and the regular line. I think that's just going to be the way we have to do it, because I don't know of another way to make it work. For lack of a better idea, that's what we're going to do. Again, if you guys have suggestions or know of better ways to do these things, please, please, please let me know, because I'm still learning the game. And while I've played several worlds already and kind of gotten accustomed to the way certain things work, I would always appreciate some guidance when needed. Ingot straightener might actually be really useful right there. I don't own the ingot straightener yet, do I? Rolling conveyor, ore splitter, ingot straightening conveyor. Nope, don't own it yet. So we'll buy it after this. It would be very useful to have literally right here so the ingots go straight into this. Because I can tell if the ingots aren't going into the thing smoothly, they don't come out smoothly. Or if they get bunched up, they don't come out very smooth either. Like these two gold ones are going to be really wonky when they come out. Oh, wow. Okay, I take it back. I take it back. Wow. That was actually kind of impressive. What I might do, though, and honestly, it's just honest, it might just be a really good idea to do this. Walled. That way, if they do get backed up or anything, at least these are walled. I know this isn't much of a wall, but maybe that'll be enough to help it. Mainly, I'm worried about the iron. I think we still try it. I think we just run it through for a little bit and just see how it works. But we're gonna get most of the gold ones taken care of. We do have... do we have any more mining machines on us? We do have the regular ones. We don't want the regular ones. Let's buy a couple of the good ones. Machines, rapid mining machine. We're gonna buy 5 more of them. Yes, I understand we still have to spend the money to get the bigger box, but it's fine. We're hovering around that $100,000 mark, so I'm not too worried about it. I bought 5 of them, didn't I? 1, 2. Yep. Okay. I know it would seem kind of crazy to want to add any more materials to this, but I'm thinking if we just get more gold flowing, it might be a good idea. I'm sure this is very dark for you guys. I don't doubt that. Let's open this area up. Nice. So now we got a new pathway. All right. And then that is where one of our mining machines are. I can see it through the wall. So we'll need to blow this up. Boom. So blew that up and this little crevasse. And this crevasse will lead us straight back into this side, which is great. I know it might be really dark for you guys. I'm sorry. I can grab a couple lanterns. Okay. And we're going to drop these into my inventory. That there. That there. Okay. Hopefully that's a lot better. Because I'll be honest, even I was struggling to see there for a moment. And there. Alright, cool. So hopefully this is a lot brighter for you guys. I hope that at some point they add these extra elevators and stuff to where you can use them. Because it'd be really useful to have like extra exit points. Maybe down the road, we can get something like that. I don't know. We'll see. That'd be, because like I said, that'd be insanely useful. Nice big bridge here. Oh, it connects to something else we can blow up. Let's blow it up. Very cool, very cool. And this is where our gold was. Okay, very nice. This does make gold. Makes gold. Makes coal. So, we want more gold. This is where we're going to do it. So, flip that around. Then, get a big curve. There's a way that I'm trying to do this because I need it to line up a certain way. And I think I might have to take this out. But I don't know if it'll work with that wall there. Nope. Will not. Because, like, ideally it would be like that. I can't even get, like, a curved wall in there. Dang it. Okay. Let's try this again. So, I know it's probably really dark. I'm sorry. Sorry, guys. Nothing I can do here. I'm gonna have to suck it up for a second. Um, I think the smart play is just ramp it, right? Just ramp it up and just let it drop down. Yeah, let's see what happens. It definitely is bright enough over here. I know that for sure. Oh, man. Perfect. Yep, that works. Just adds a little bit more gold to our lines here. And yes, I know I can go through and I can... This is not worth it. Adding a handful of gold here and there is not worth it. We need to have these machines just pumping the stuff. I don't know why I did this one with the covered ones. I don't know. I wish I could make this look a lot better. This just really bugs me, but oh well. Let's go check our main line real quick, only because I was worried about that one. And it's still just doing really well. So I don't know what happened. I don't know if maybe some extra got put on there for whatever reason, or what happened, but it's not doing that anymore, so I guess it's fine. Considering a bulk of the coal is getting sorted here, I couldn't imagine that side was really getting that much stuff. So I don't know. Very odd. You see how much coal literally goes through the system, though. Look at all that. Uh-oh. What went through? What went through? What went through? That shouldn't have gone through. We got a piece of slag. Where did the slag come in at? Where are we getting slag from, boys? Come on. Oh, wow. Okay, we're getting really backed up over here. That slag is ruining a bunch of stuff. Oh my, they really made all of those rods, huh? That was impressive, I'm not gonna lie. The rod extruder may be the best machine ever. Alright. I'm thinking about taking this out and then putting one here. For the ones that get kicked out. Now here's the problem, I wouldn't be able to polish these, but I don't even know if these have to be polished. We are gonna maybe buy the bigger box though. We have the money to do it. Bigger deposit box. Oh, we need one more research token. Dang it. Or research ticket, whatever you call it. That's fine. We'll worry about it later. Like I said, it's not 100% necessary right now because you can see, like, it's not having a problem going in anymore. Now that we're not making the plates. The plates made this game so insufferable. I'm not gonna lie, like, it's cool, they're cool and all, but man, do they make this game so much more challenging than it has to be. Like, they're so big, they take up all the space, then they run into each other. You know, it feels like it doesn't end, ever. We're already halfway done with the gold rods. That's pretty big. I think we start letting copper through. What do you guys think? I think we just let copper through, right? And if this turns out to be a bust, then so be it. But let's see what happens. I think this will be good. Look, we already got one copper rod. We got two copper rod. Now that we have all this stuff coming through, I think it's a good idea just to use it. We got our little chest here, saving up all of our goodies. There's so much stuff in here, dude. Oh my gosh. I wonder if I activated all the drill bit quests, if it would just be a good idea to start using the broken ones. Because I don't know what else to do with them, man. I really don't know what else to do with them. Man, this is gonna be great. I should have been doing copper and gold this whole time, to be honest, but oh well. Once we get to the pipe stuff, that's where things are really going to get frustrating, because the pipes are really obnoxious. Like, they have to enter a certain way, and then they have to exit a certain way, and there has to be a certain amount of... It's just too much. And if you guys have been watching the past couple of streams of me doing this, you guys will know what I'm talking about. But alright, cool. So, most of this stuff is just free-flowing, man. I mean, we don't even really have to do much of nothing anymore. We've got a really good system in place. Clearly, everything is being very well organized. And again, like... I'm not trying to blow smoke up my own butt here, but, I mean, this is perfect, right? Like, you couldn't ask for a better system than this. And then, literally, this just gets adapted every time we need to complete a certain challenge, but overall, the money-making is still there. You know, we're still doing everything that we need to do, so, I mean, I'm really excited about how this all turned out. This is, like I said, multiple times of playing this game, trying to get a good setup and a good image in mind of what's going to work, and then kind of just finding the other little ways to continuously make money, and that being, of course, this. This is just, this closed coal circuit. I know I talk about it every stream, but, and I keep coming back to it even on this one, but get yourself one of these. Make yourself one of these. Have one of these in your system. Filter the coal out, then kick the coal back through that doesn't get filtered, and then just keep going in a circle with it. You can literally watch it. It goes on the same route. Any things that go down here get kicked out, put right back in, then get kicked out, put right back in, kicked out. So, like we see, we got a diamond out of that. Now, the reason why I suggest doing this, go after the shaker table first, is because there's a lot of challenges at the beginning of the game that require you to have diamond, or emerald, or ruby, or whatever. And the only real way to do that is if you're investing time into making it, and this is how you do that. And if you're, like I said, if you're smart with the way you set up your conveyors, then you can have it do this on its own, you know? This just makes me extremely happy to look at all of it, because it came together really well. So we are 116 away from finishing the gold rods. And like I said, I am half tempted to put the iron through, but I know that that is going to be a whole other bag of worms that I don't want to deal with. So we're going to wait until these two finish, and then we're just going to go full iron. I might even just say screw it and just let it run iron without even doing the whole splitting thing, because I don't even know if we'll have to do that yet. We might just let it run. Like I said, there's a bunch of rooms in here. Let me grab a lantern or two. There's a bunch of other rooms in here that we're just not utilizing, but, I mean, if you look at the production that we've got, we don't even really need to use the other rooms. I'll show you guys what I mean here. So, again, for those of you that maybe aren't as familiar with the game, there's the cave system in here is pretty massive. So, you can come down here, and this is all copper, and you can see, like, I started setting some of this stuff up in here, but realistically, I'm never going to use it. And you might be wondering why, you know, you're just leaving money on the table. To be completely honest with you, there's just not enough to justify it in this room, to have something like that. Like, there's a diamond up there. What is over here? They love putting these little hidden things in here. See? And look at this. What are these things? Like, what is this? There's another broken drill bit. Or two broken drill bits, actually. I know you guys are probably struggling to see this, but... yeah, look at these things. You can't mine them. I tried. I don't know what these things do. Or what they are. Can't mine it. So I have no idea. No clue. Okay. So that's this room. Again, nothing really of any interest in here. And then we can slide on back through this way. And again, it's really dark, so I'm hoping this lantern is actually helping. Go into this little area. This takes me up underneath where that little bridge was. You guys remember this little bridge? Broken drill bit. Bunch of gold. See, here's another shaft. This is what I was saying is, like, I wonder if there's a way to eventually use these to help you, like, get out and whatnot. I mean, like, because there's mining spots in here. Like, there's coal and gold. Let's see over here. Iron, gold. So there is stuff to get in here. It's just there's not really an easy way to get it out, for lack of a better term. I mean, I guess you could go back through that way, or you can go through this way and have it drop onto a line on this side. And this, by the way, if you're wondering where this is, it's right here. So, like, this is the hole we just went through. It just comes around this way. And it's up there. So, I don't know. I did have something set up here in another world that I was doing. I had, like, a little conveyor set up here, another conveyor set up here, and all this was making, like, crushed gold that had then fed back through to the main line that was over here. So again, like, there's ways to really expand and to build out certain areas. You can see this is where that top part was that we blew up earlier. There's a piece of diamond in here. Like, see, I'm assuming this is all coal right here, right? Yeah, 94%. So, yeah. I don't know. I don't know what we'll do here, because it's not like we have, like, a whole bunch of real estate. We can do some things, I think, up on this platform that might make the production part easier, but the problem is then how do we link this back to the loop, to our current circuit? And that's kind of where I'm at, is, like, I can add more stuff, like, input-wise, to increase the volume, but if we increase volume, but we don't have the space for it, then all we're doing is creating a problem for ourselves. We're going to bottleneck eventually. So, I want to try to avoid bottlenecking. That's, like, the biggest issue right now. We're kind of already getting close to that point, I think. We're getting very close to that point. You see more diamond up there. This is going to be all copper. Yeah. This is what coal. How much diamond does that produce? 2.3%. Wow. That's actually kind of crazy. 2.3% diamond chance on that coal ore vein. See, that's like one of those where you're like, yeah, that may be worth it. That may be worth it. We're going to head back, go to our side of town. And you can see we're only 38 away from completing our gold rods. And then we can start maybe working on the iron ones. But yeah, the smart sorters too, I think, did make a big difference. As usual. The smart sorters are just really, really great tools. I think these are definitely a worthwhile thing to invest in. The regular sorters aren't bad. Smart sorters just look cooler, and I think they work a lot better. Keeping everything nice and flowing and organized and all that. I am glad we got a couple of the quests done. I am curious, like, what is making the slag? That is what's got me so confused. Like, what is making slag? I'm just very curious of what is getting through to make slag. Okay, there it is. So somehow... Oh my gosh. Oh, that's how that's happening. Okay. Okay. So, easy fix. Easy fix. That makes a lot more sense now. Oh, that's not good. Okay. Well, that is a lot of iron and coal for it to handle, and it looks like it's going to try to do that a little bit better now. We can get rid of the support beam And we can put in another walled one here that just doesn't have the wall on that side. Pretty sure you can do that. Yeah, you can. This isn't totally necessary that we do this, but... Oh, come on. Now where did it get through at? What got through over here? How did... Oh, or what the heck? How did these materials get in here? Okay. Now this seems to have made it a little bit better. The wall did, for sure. Okay. Yeah, that seemed to fix our problem. Nice. Okay. Let's see, did we lose any ingots off the side of it? Okay, what got through this time? How does this keep getting through? That's what I'm curious about, is how that keeps getting in there. Because I don't even know how it would do that. Oh yeah, I guess it can stay on that line because it'll get repolished. I just want to know why on earth is copper getting in there? And where would crushed copper even be coming from to get into that circuit? Oh, wow. Okay. Okay, so we're getting the backup here again. I don't know how it suddenly starts doing that. Like, it runs fine for the longest, and then out of nowhere, it starts doing this. I'm just monitoring this because I am really concerned about why it keeps doing that. And if it keeps doing that, we're gonna... Well, we already know we're gonna have to redo all of it anyways, I guess. Okay. Okay, so first... Dang it, we don't have the thing, never mind. I was gonna say, I guess we'll go buy the bigger deposit box, but we don't even have the money to do that. Or we don't have the research points to do that. Go over there, Mr. Iron Piece. This is coal. I do wish I understood, like, why that kept backing up, though. Like, but that's the weirdest thing, is, like, it didn't do that for, like, what, 20 minutes that we just had it running, and then all of a sudden it just starts backing up? Okay, so we got all this chilled out finally, and it looks like most of it's cleaned up. Grab these two little things right here. She can go up there too. Yeah, I mean, I think we've got this really nicely set up now. We have even options to put just crushed items straight into the line, which may not even be a bad idea either. Just because we can help organize this a little bit better. But for right now, we're just going to leave it as is. There's no real sense in messing with it. Go in there. Nice. So I think we take the gold and we let it start doing its own thing. So we don't need gold rods anymore. Say we do that. We take that one out. How about that? And then we just see how it goes. Realistically, I would have liked to have had all of these being like done at the same time, but also I recognize that that's probably not going to happen. So let's see how this works for a little bit, and then we can, if we need to make adjustments, we will, or if we need to just cancel it all together, we can do that also. Surprised no iron ingots have made it through yet. Here we go. First iron ingot's coming. We really need to get that ingot straightener. I can already tell that's going to be a huge thing if we don't. I do like that the polishers do a good job of kind of straightening them out anyways. Iron rods are doing good. We said we were going to let it ride. Let's just let it ride. I was just about to go and fix that, but it does a really good job of fixing itself, weirdly enough. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, this thing is pumping the rods out, dude. I am thoroughly impressed. I'm gonna put this in my chest of goodies. Like I said, I can't get over how good this is, how good it looks, how good it's working. I should have just been doing it like this the whole time anyways, just let it run all of them. It looks like it's handling it pretty well so far. I mean, I don't need any more gold ones, but I just want to make sure it doesn't clog up. That's my biggest concern, is like clogging right here. And then over here, of course. I am going to turn this off again, see if that makes a bit of a difference, because it looks like it's getting overwhelmed again. And I guess I can turn this off too. This one is not needed. I think we've got enough iron. Actually, we'll leave this one on, and we're going to turn off the copper ones, because we don't really need the... Well, no, we do need copper. We've got enough iron, so we'll turn this one off. We've got plenty of iron. Yeah, I mean, the fact that even with just the current iron production we have, it looks like that, that's crazy. This really worked out well. Thankfully, this was an easy fix. Eventually, I may have to do more with the other ones, but for right now, it's fine. And it looks like crushed ores go through that a little bit easier than the whole ores do, like kind of just case in point. Like in here, they kind of get bogged down as they go through. But once they go through the crusher, it's really easy to sort them. So I think that might be what we end up doing in the future, to make adjustments in this area, because we were trying to think of what we can do. I think that's how we fix it. So what we do is we're going to crush it before we sort it next time. And actually, even thinking of how it is now, we could probably completely remove this, and just have it send out only emerald, maybe? What's in here making emerald? This, right? 2.7%. We really got to keep that one, to be honest, because that's 2.7. That's good. But we can have the emerald kick over on that one instead. So yeah, we can have emerald just kick out on this one instead. And that way it doesn't have to go through this part and kick out. And then we do want to keep diamond here, maybe, because maybe one of these produce... No, because those are... This one's definitely not making diamonds, right? It's making emerald and diamond, yes. Okay, so we're gonna pack this, pick it up. We're just gonna put a real one in here. There we go. I know that's gonna maybe add to the problem, but now that I know that it doesn't have to filter that out, I think this is actually gonna work out a little bit better. So now it's only gonna filter out the coal and crushed coal, and then if any diamonds come through, which they shouldn't be anyways, because nothing is gonna help produce gems. It's all the rapid mining machines. So now that should flow a little bit cleaner through the system and prevent a little bit of stuff, a little bit less of things getting backed up. And with that kicking the emeralds out earlier, it'll prevent it from getting blocked over there. Like I said, you just can see how much coal flows through this system. I know I keep saying that. It's just crazy to look at. Because you don't expect there to be this much. Actually, we will put this in here. Oops. The reason we're going to put it in here is just in case that one line gets backed up again. But here in a minute, it's not going to be a problem because this is all going to go away. I'm just going to make sure that these up here aren't running any gems. I know it's probably really dark for you guys. I'm sorry, but give me a second here. Yeah, these aren't going to produce any gems. I just wanted to make sure. Perfect. That means I could definitely get rid of that sorting machine minus the coal part. And, or actually, I don't even need to do that. It'll just kick it out regardless. So yeah. So I can just get rid of that entirely. And then it'll crush the coal, and then the crushed coal just gets put back into the system anyways. And that means I can get rid of that. And then get rid of that. And there we go, now we've opened up some space. Let me turn this back on, actually. Okay, so maybe that alleviates the problem we were having. Maybe it doesn't, but we'll find out. At some point, I presume. I should have put in one of these. Oh, whoops, that's not how I wanted it to look, though. There we go. And I do like that you can crouch and pick it up, and then it doesn't pick up everything in your area. Okay. So now we've kind of fixed all of our issues. Let me turn this one back on now. This should have just fixed everything. If it didn't fix anything, then we're kind of screwed, but we'll find out here in a moment, I guess. I do want to make that ramp a covered ramp. It's not going to mess with the arm, is it? Shouldn't. So... put that there. And this way, I think this just works a lot better when you've got the sides on it like that. It's just gonna really help it work a lot better. You see, this one line is only dedicated to one machine. That's it. It's got one machine that just pumps out iron, and that's it. And feeds it in. And that's gonna be one of our biggest iron producing ones. I wish it showed how much it made, like, per minute or whatever, because that'd be really interesting to me. Just to know. I know that it makes a big difference, but just to know. I don't even know if this game has controller support. I never even thought to play this game on a controller. It would have never crossed my mind. Now I think we just made this, we just took it up a notch with that one, with that big move. We're almost done with our copper rods, and we're almost done with our iron rods. Once we finish up with the iron and the oh. See, this is what I was worried about. Iron production goes up. This is what we start seeing. What got through? Slag. Ooh, from where? Oh, from this. What the heck is happening here? Oh my goodness. Okay, off, 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 off. Everything off. We're gonna have to redo this. Not good. Not good. I was very impressed for a while with how well it was sorting everything, but it obviously has a limit, and we've hit that limit. I mean, it is certainly trying its best, but wow, it cannot keep up. That is just too much. Okay. So we're just gonna have to keep over here catching this stuff so we don't keep getting slag, messing up our machine. I mean, it's like underneath. Oh my gosh, there's so much. Alright, we're gonna put this up here just so we can grab all of this easier. Okay. And we're gonna stand up. Drop it in. Go over there. Okay. So now we know where a big problem is going to be. And we know it's a big problem because it hit really heavy. It ruined a bunch of my stuff that I was making. It's okay. At least we caught it before it was really, really bad. I think we just keep going though, honestly. I think we're almost done. We let it catch itself back up, and then tomorrow in the morning we're gonna work on fixing that issue. But for right now, we're so close to finishing up with our iron rods. Let's just let it roll. These last, what, 42 rods? And then we call it a stream. And then maybe right after that, give me like 15 minutes or so, and then we can start up some GT. Mainly because I've yet to eat today and I'm very hungry. I would like to make something to eat. And I hate to admit that I'm probably just going to make a bunch of cheese curds or something. I'm just not really wanting a real meal. I just want to eat something. I do think maybe the coal here might have been a mistake. I think it might be too much coal going in. Let's turn this one off. Maybe we might even turn this iron one off up here just because it's going to produce a lot of iron. We don't necessarily need it at all. I just love seeing how much coal gets put into this recycling system so quick. I mean, look at all of that. It's insane. Alright. Let's see, it's already getting backed up. That's really tough, dude. I don't know what else to do with that one. Just because of how much iron we get. It's really gonna bog it down. And if I had that daggone ore or iron ingot straightener, dude, or the ingot straightener, it'd be perfect for this. It's okay. We're almost done. We're almost done. I'm gonna check on it. Okay. It's getting a little backed up, but not as bad as it was. It's just all of those materials that are going through that's just killing it. Like, it's letting the coal and the iron just pass through, but it's when it filters the copper is when it really struggles. I wonder, you can't put a filter here, because I've learned that is the immediate way to get this to screw up, so you gotta put like a little gap. But I don't know of another way to make this function the way that I want it to, because like I need this one here. This one has to be here to get the coal out. And like this copper one could maybe move, but I don't know if that would make much of a difference. So then that gives this a little bit more space to get backed up, so then it can kind of flow backwards instead of all just piling up in the corner. I have no idea. Maybe I do move this one down one and then move this one up one. I have no clue. Getting this to work the way that I want it to is not going to be easy. It looks really good. We completed our quest. Alright. Well, like we said, we completed our quest, so we're going to call it quits there. Thanks to everybody that came out. We're going to just turn this off and let it run. Just finish everything up. But thanks to everybody that came out. If you enjoyed the stream, don't forget to like, subscribe. Comment down below ideas on how to fix this rat's nest. But I will see you guys in the next one.